chase Liaki with the blue futon. And now the theaters I saw a black phone. I really hope dead people don't call me from this phone, because that will mean someone's after me. Hello? Oh, God. Billy? So the black phone, what's about, it's a very simple premise, actually. You have these kids getting abducted in Denver, Colorado. And one of the people abducted, his sister has these weird dreams that go on in the family, especially with the mother. So will the sister be able to find the brother? Also, this black phone on the wall, he can hear it. So can Ethan Hawke. So why is this black phone ringing? Will the people on the other end actually help him or hinder his escape? So, did I like this movie? I thought it was a very interesting, unique premise of a movie with some faults. So Black Phone, did I like this movie? I thought it was a fun thriller with very hard to watch imagery, not like graphic, gory, but just like child abuse and stuff like that, which it feels like any movie that Stephen King or Joe Hill, which is his son, there's going to be some child abuse in the movie. So red flags there, here and there, but with that, I'll give the negatives of the movie. For a movie being Black Phone, as well as Jason Blum, the director, saying this is the most scariest movie he's ever created, I have to disagree. There wasn't really anything scary about this. There's 2 good jump scares, but you could call the scares in this movie just realistic, effed up stuff that happens to these kids. So when I was expecting scares, I was expecting like, oh shit, like the Conjuring type of stuff, which is like ghosts and ghouls. I'm like, oh fuck, that's scary. But here it was just more like, oh shit, jump scare. Oh shit, jump scare there and there. But other than those 2 jump scares, to me, it wasn't a scary movie. So I guess going into it for me, I don't think anyone in the theater was actually scared. I didn't hear some like, oh, hell no, shit, run. Nothing like that was in this movie. So scares were very minimal in this movie. Couple jump scares, but don't expect like a scary freaking time at the movies. With the imagery as well as child abuse in this movie, it could hinder some people or get people the wrong way, because there's a belt scene in the very beginning. It's graphic at some levels because of the crying as well as the sound effects. I didn't like it. Just personal preference. It just rubbed me the wrong way. But it's supposed to rub you the wrong way because it is that intense. You're just like, shit, this is really messed up stuff. And this movie goes places, especially when kids are getting beat up. You're going to get punched. You're going to get blood. You're going to get real shit happens to these people. There is one unrealistic thing that happened with The Rock. I'll put it that way. I'm pretty sure if that happened, someone would be in jail or something would happen with the cops. But that's all I'm going to put there. Some unrealistic aspects to that level. As well as there's a part where he has to do something in a room and something was too perfect of a square or a rectangle for what he had to do. So I was like, okay, you could have made it a little bit just more effed up, but they didn't. So other than, me expecting it to be a little bit more scary, some unrealistic scenarios in a supernatural movie. I know maybe I'm just thinking over this too much, but other than that, this is a smartly directed movie, smartly acted, and just creepy to a fault. Because when you see these kids, you don't really see them get murdered or how they were murdered. You just see the aftermath of what has happened, especially like a throat slit. Something happens to their face and everything like that. So you don't see anything extremely graphic, but you're like, yep, that's how the kid died, and that's depressing. And you don't really want to show these kids dying because they are 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds. Because if you really show like Ethan Hawke slitting the throat of someone, that would be some messed up stuff. But there is just the dynamic of Ethan Hawke and this kid is extremely well made. I think this is Ethan Hawke's first time playing a bad guy in a movie. And he usually, I think in an interview, he says he tries to stay away from playing the bad guy. But this one, the script was so good, he decided to do it. He was a fantastic job. The masks, creepy. Everything like that is creepy. There's also a Max character, which is his brother with the comic relief. You'll notice him from Sinister. So it seemed like the same director, Scott Derrickson, did this movie as well, and he did a part in Sinister, and now he's Max in this movie. So the atmosphere is creepy, the directing is great, the acting is great, everything in this movie is solid. I'm going to compare it to Sinister again because all the flashbacks in this movie are kind of like the videotapes in Sinister, which, would you know, Ethan Hawke was also in Sinister. So this is almost, you could call it a Sinister spinoff, but not really. You can call it a multiverse of Sinister, even though he also did Doctor Strange, the first one, not the second one. That was Sam Raimi. But just with the Black Phone, It's a creepy premise. It's a smart premise. But there is one thing as well when I'm thinking about the movie. The phone has like a pulse. I don't know why the phone has a pulse. Is it trying to stay like it's... I don't know why it has a pulse. And then they talk about Ethan Hawke also hearing the phone. Why is that? Because they talk about in the very beginning, it's like, oh, do you hear that phone? I don't hear the phone. Do you hear a phone? So why does Ethan Hawke hear the phone and only this kid and all the kids that passed away are killed because of Ethan Hawke? Why can't they hear the phone? So stuff like that wasn't explained in the story, but the Black Phone is a short story that's like 5 to 7 pages. So my dog is like looking at someone and it's actually fucking creepy. Like he's not looking at me. He's looking at something over there and he's just staring at him. Now he's coming this way. Oh boy. I hope he's not seeing ghosts. Anyway, the Black Phone. Are you okay? You're scaring me. Anyway, the Black Phone. It's a creepy movie. Solid kid acting. Solid acting in general. But like I said, the negatives are some aesthetics. Some story issues. And I was expecting it to be a little bit more scary. But overall, the Black Phone is a solid thriller that you should see this one. That's all I'm going to say. So the Black Phone will receive a 4 out of 5 Futons equals that 80%. So see the critics and scores gave this one. So you have the critics at 87% with 106 of them. Audience score 91%, very solid with plus 50. And that's probably going to change. Here's critic consensus. The Black Phone might have been even more frightening. I agree. But it remains as entertaining, well-acted adaptation of scarily good source material. Like I said, I want to know what this Black Phone, because apparently it's like only a 5 to 7 page short story, so I want to read that if it's only that short. But yeah, I have to agree. It really wasn't frightening, but it's still a great time at the movie. So 80, 87, 91. Chase Hawke with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Futantopia. You Blue Futonians. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And I realized with some of these reviews, I just kind of blurt shit. And I don't have like a consistent like timeline of like, oh, let's talk about criticisms. Oh, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the look. Should I do that? Or just more this whole bullshitting, one-on-one, kind of what you want to look at?